said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a Bulldogs taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll rip off 8 off the feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage.
Turning it on! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive.
What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Frazier. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. The give to the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Georgia going up tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Handoff to the single back. Got room at the 35. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they put many running backs into the NFL. But it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Touchdown, Dogs! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. He'll go out of bounds at the 12, and not much doing on that kick return. Again. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Might as well give it to him again. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Making side adjustments here. Quarterback keeper. Got room to work. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing them around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Dampier. Quarterback moving. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Caught in the backfield. It's Edwards. On the move at the 30. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense. Great.
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense working from the pistol. Give to the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A strike downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third. There he goes. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll go up top on second and short. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Ball. Oh, he's got a chance. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Here's the handoff. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Moore will throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going right and going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, to build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go right back to him. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. First down here for the offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. The short hands, it's Frazier. Hard-hitting tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Fires it incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They boot it away on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll go to the ground. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Motion from the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air. It's Dampier. He's got an open man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Dickey. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you...
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Touchdown, Ducks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Odom. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Looking downfield very late in the half. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got him downfield. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Dogs want to pick up the tempo. The give to the fullback. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting a big tackle for a loss.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Takes a handoff. It's Edwards. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This is a design run. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. On the move. And some room to work. He's loose on the right. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. Running to the left. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So now on comes the field goal unit. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. West Virginia is running away with this one. Give that O an A+, and belt out another verse of Country Roads. They're up 14 over Florida State. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Quickly out to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. He's going to fire deep. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Rides to the back. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Now he'll fire back into the middle. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football down the field.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Frazier. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
He breaks a tackle, and he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Second down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks and 2 consecutive drives. He was in great position to make another play, just couldn't secure the catch.
Turning it on! They'll stop him just outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and now they have a decision to make. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And he added the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. On the move, it's Ball. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Dampier. The short hands, it's Moore. Still on his feet at the 45. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To get another look at this Bulldog offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something. And
hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Into the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Moore to the air. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver going in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Ducks are flying down the field. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Rush is on him. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Touchdown, Oregon! The offense cashing it in on that drive. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Give to the fullback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Grabbed behind the line, it's Frazier. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Touchdown, Georgia!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Gets it past the marker. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going for it all. Touchdown Ducks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Defense not showing press coverage. Uncorks it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Oregon! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Looks like the defense will play quarters coverage here. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. From the gun. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming